Hi, folks. It's Tracy, a grateful believer in Jesus Christ. I came to celebrate recovery with addictions to methamphetamine, alcohol, and being a sexual abuser. And I thank Jesus for his love and grace in my life. 11 weeks. 11 weeks. How are you doing? How are you doing in your recovery? You may be fine. Your bills might be getting paid or may not. Maybe you got your landlord or your mortgage company holding off for a while. But how are you doing emotionally and inside? Through this time, I've maintained my average lifestyle except for participating in church and Celebrate Recovery. And that has been a huge adjustment for me. Everything seems fine on the outside, but I had to go back and do a heart check. I've been looking into myself of what's really going on. Am I really well? Am I really holding on to the things that I've learned in Celebrate Recovery? John Baker, in participant guide number 1 in the foreword, he has a quote in there that caught me as I read through it. He says, "You don't recover from your hurts, hang-ups, and habits just by attending meetings." That just word, it doesn't happen just by the meetings. So if the meetings are gone, I'm not there, I'm not participating in them, then how does my recovery stay intact? Well, here comes some 4-letter words, and I'm sorry if any of you are offended. But he continues on to say that we have to work and live the principles and the steps of Celebrate Recovery in our daily lives. We have to work and live the principles and steps. That's no small thing. 11 weeks ago, I was involved in the ministry. I had sponsees, accountability partners, brothers around me. I led worship. I was there. I got to see a lot of you growing in your wellness and your healthiness and your recovery and your sanctification in Jesus Christ. And that was great fuel for me. But that didn't give me my recovery. My recovery is in the principles and the steps. So lesson 1 of Celebrate Recovery is the denial lesson. So I started looking at that. And Celebrate Recovery is huge on acrostics. So the D in denial stands for disables our feelings. Stuffing things down. During this past 11 weeks, have I been totally honest with myself and my feelings, or have I ridden on the fact that I've been involved in Celebrate Recovery for a long time? Ask yourself that question. Because you have your chip, because you've been in step studies and you may have led step studies, is everything well with you? Are you disabling your feelings, writing on the old past, saying, no, I've got this, it's all good? It's just a question. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm actually looking at myself in these. The E in denial stands for energy lost. Well, anxiety and frustration and all those things combined together, if you haven't had any of those, well, I'd really like to talk to you because I've had anxiety during this time and I've had energy lost from it where I feel just pooped out and I haven't even done anything. The N stands for negates growth. When I have allowed my feelings to disable me, my energy's being lost, I'm not growing in anything. I'm not working to seek to find the truth of God, to hold on to what he's given me and to grow more in what he has given me. The I stands for isolates myself from God. And I have to admit, in the first couple weeks, I was not reading my Bible and praying like I should. I didn't have a real morning devotion set up because, well, how long is this thing going to last? Do I have to? And I found that I really do need to. My morning time in the Word is glorious, and I thank God for that. The A in denial stands for alienates me from relationships. And we're all a little bit alienated from our relationships because we're not all gathering together, and that's really sad. But there are ways to get around that. With the ever-annoying Zoom, with people talking all over each other, phone calls. You can even meet people in a park and just keep safe distance if possible. The L stands for lengthens our pain. And this is where it all comes down to, am I in denial of anything? Am I holding on to this stalwart or this trophy of, hey, I've been around recovery for a long time? Because if I am, then I'm missing the thing. I've had that feeling and emotion buried, and I'm not acknowledging it. And I've gone through rough times during this period, this 11 weeks. I want to say that speaking to all of you has really helped me, so I appreciate your time listening to me. For those of you that have been around Celebrate Recovery a long time, please don't lay on the fact that you have been around a long time, but really look deep into it. Are you all right? Do a heart check on yourself. See how things are going. Check the pulse of your recovery. And for those of you that are seeking recovery and are holding out hope that you can end this hurt, this hang-up or habit that you have, you can. You will. Stay strong. I am praying for all of you out there who just began Celebrate Recovery when we stopped, or those that were seeking to come and join. We're going to be back, so hang in there. So here's the thing. Coming to Celebrate Recovery is a step into the house of God. In God's house, it's a huge, huge house with many, many rooms. Jesus says, I go to prepare a mansion for you. That's the house that God lives in. We get to come every evening and sit at the table with the Father and have dinner with him. What a glorious image that is to me, and I hope it is to you. Stay strong in the things that you want, and that's a desire to be well and be pleasing to the Father, to sit at his table and say, Papa, could you please pass the mashed potatoes? And it's my understanding that we'll have new bodies, so mashed potatoes won't affect my waistline so much. So, yes, please, may I have another serving? The Father's house is open to you. Step into his arms. Those of you that have been around, you know what his loving embrace is like. Jump into it. And those of you that are seeking to get well, step closer to the Father and let him hold you deeply in his arms. Thank you, and God bless you. May you be well this week and in the weeks to come. My name is Tracy. I'm a grateful believer in Jesus. Have a good week. Go and make good decisions. God bless you all. Hold on, we're not done. I have this song that I've been worshiping with here at home. It's called The Father's House by Corey Asbury. Look him up. It's a great song, great worship tune. And I just think the message is fantastic, and I hope you do too. Sometimes on this journey, I get lost in my mistakes. What looks to me like weakness is a canvas for your strength. My story isn't over, my story's just begun. Failure won't define me, 'cause that's what my Father does. Yeah, failure won't define me, 'cause that's what my Father does. Ooh, lay your burdens down. Ooh, here in the Father's house. Check your shame at the door. It ain't welcome anymore. Ooh, you're in the Father's house. Arrival's not the end game, journey's where you are. You never wanted perfect, you just wanted my heart. And the story isn't over if the story isn't good. Failure's never final when the Father's in the room. Failure's never final when the Father's in the room. Ooh, lay your burdens down. Ooh, here in the Father's house. Check your shame at the door. It ain't welcome anymore. Ooh, you're in the Father's house. The prodigal comes home, helpless find hope. Love is on the move when the Father's in the room. Prison doors fling wide, the dead come to life. Love is on the move when the Father's in the room. Miracles take place, cynicals find faith. Love is breaking through when the Father's in the room. Jericho walls are quaking, strongholds are shaking. Love is breaking through when the Father's in the room. Love is breaking through when the Father's in the room. Ooh, lay your burdens down. Ooh, here in the Father's house. Check your shame at the door. It ain't welcome anymore. Ooh, you're in the Father's house. Welcome to the Father's house. It's a big family, and there's room for you. God bless you. Have a great week.